Hey, small scale lifers, this is your buddy Tom driving along. Hello. Happy day 30. It's a day 30 Whole30 challenge update, and it's the last day of the challenge. How you doing, everybody? This is your buddy Tom. So I'm out in central Minnesota driving along and figured I would do my little video. Got the hands-free device, and you can just kind of get a feel for where we're going. We're on the road. So we are on the road heading east, heading back towards the Twin Cities. And it's very flat out here, lots of farmland. It's beautiful. But yeah, you can kind of take a ride with Tom as we drive along and on this Lifer Live on a Tuesday. So it is day 30. The Whole30 challenge is coming to an end. And if you want to know more about the Whole30 challenge, there's a podcast, there's a post, and a video. The video is on the Small Scale Life YouTube channel. The post and podcast are on smallscalelife.com, or the podcast is on iTunes. It's on iHeartRadio. It's on Google Play. It's on a bunch of different places. So wherever podcasts are heard, you can listen and get some knowledge about the Whole30. So the Whole30, if you do just the TLDR, it's a 30-day challenge where you are effectively resetting your mind and your body by eating whole, real foods, cutting out certain other foods that tend to trigger cravings and have other side effects. So dairy is one. Alcohol is another. Sugar is a big one, huge. There's sugar in everything. Legumes, rice, grains. So those kind of things we cut out for 30 days. This is day 30. So we are entering the new phase, the new stuff and things. Yes, the new things are about to begin. The new phase is about to begin. So for 30 days, cut all that stuff out and ate real foods. What is real food? That's like grass-fed beef, chicken. Both of those came from Yellow Hutch Farms. Fish, lots of fruits and veggies. And yes, there are some sugars, natural sugars in fruits, but we had fruits, we had some nuts, we had really good stuff. Potatoes were part of this. Some diets, paleo and some other ones, they cut out the potatoes. It's starch, there's carbohydrates in that, but it's natural. Those are natural, not the highly processed stuff that's in your breads, your chips, your, all the other low-fat stuff that you eat that's, here, try this protein bar that's full of carbohydrates. Equal parts carbohydrates, equal parts protein. But that's what we were doing for the past 30 days. So now we're in a new phase of this. But the new phase, I've decided, is going to look a lot like the old phase. I mean, the new phase technically is, okay, now that you've made it for 30 days and you've reset your system and you haven't cheated for 30 days. Okay, yes, I had a couple along the way, but I did not restart the reset. That's kind of funny. But anyway, so now that we've been clean for 30 days, almost 30 days, you can try to add some things in and see how your body responds. So that means add some dairy in, have a piece of cheese. How does your body respond? Try some beans in the chili. How does your body respond? Try some rice. How does your body respond? Alcohol and the heavy duty sugars, we're gonna stay away from that, and some of the grains too, I think. Bread, I love bread. I'm not gonna lie, I love bread, really do, but I eat too much of it. Same with chips, I eat too much of that as well. So those are things that you can have substitutes like veggies, like cutting up a pepper, or cutting up a cucumber, or having some carrots, or having some celery. You can do those things, and those would be a replacement almost, So anyway, that is the next step of this. And Julie and I, we've been doing a lot of talking, a lot of thinking about the next step, and how is that going to look and how's it going to work. one thing that I don't want to happen is to fall in the old habits, and it's really easy to do that. You know, if you've been on many diets like I have, I've been on, this is my 16th diet thing, by the way. 16. That's a lot, right? And I've done Weight Watchers and OptiFast liquid diet, and that was the most recent one, and this one, and 21-day fix, and you know, there's been a whole bunch. But what happens is, and it's budgeting is the same way, you'll find, you know, you're white knuckling it, you're holding on by the skin of your teeth, by your fingernails, you're holding on, and gosh, I can just get through one more day of this. And finally that last day, day 30, hits, and you sigh of relief like that. You go, oh God, we made it. And then you just blow it out. And everything you've accomplished in a week, 30 days, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 30 days is suddenly wiped out by really horrendous choices on day 30 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, right? So the goal here is, after 30 days, we've established some new habits. We've reset our mind and our body. Let's not blow that out. Let's not screw that up. We've made good progress. So we've talked about this and what we want to add in and what we don't want to. And again, I really want to stay away from the sugars, the breads, the dairy. I think those things screw me up. And definitely the diet pop. I mean, that's a given. I was drinking quite a bit before this challenge. I mean, at least 40, get that 40 ouncer going, you know, the big one, each day, especially when I'm out on the road, which is almost every other day, or sometimes this gets into an everyday habit. So breaking that was a huge deal. I have not had diet pop at all during this whole time. So let's keep that going. Keep her moving, right? Keep her going. And I don't want to go back to putting that in place. So those are the things we're going to keep out right now. That just doesn't work for me. And we might try some beans or some rice, you know. But otherwise, I think that the food we've had has been great. I think I've been very full. I think I've eaten really well. I mean, we've made some really great stuff, and we've done it together, which is really cool too. So I don't want to blow all that up, and I don't want to go back to just scarfing down a bunch of chips and salsa. I mean, I can eat salsa, you know, salsa is good. I look at the label and make sure there's not a bunch of sugar in there. But I can eat those things and not blow up all the gains that I've had before. And you might be saying, well, what gains did you have? You haven't weighed yourself the whole time. Well, fans, I did. I did weigh myself recently. And I can tell you that this is a big reveal, that I did very well on this plan. It worked with my body. And I've lost probably about 13, probably 15 pounds when we're all said and done. And I know there's people that probably don't, that might not, that might go up a little bit. I mean, your body is adjusting this whole 30 days. And, you know, I was on this liquid diet beforehand. Well, it was liquid diet beforehand. And then I was going to have to get off that anyway and figure out the plan. And this is the plan. This is the way forward. I firmly believe it. So I had some results. I had some really great results that I'm really excited about. My pants are that. When I was on the OptiFast diet from September to December, I bought some new pants. Well, these new pants, which are pant sizes lower, are getting loose. So I'm going to have to go down another pants here in the near future, which is where we want to be. And if you watch the day 26 video, which was kind of long, I will admit it was like 25 minutes long. It's a long video, kind of like this one. I talked about adding more movement into this. So that is something that the next 30 days we're going to be doing, is adding more movement in. So working out more often, getting outside. When I do these reviews, I'm getting my butt out of the seat and walking around more, parking further away from what I'm looking at to make myself walk. And it gets a little sloppy, but just because everything's muddy right now, but that's okay. And it's forcing me to get out of the vehicle and get around and look and see and be more active as I do this job, because like we're doing right now, there's some sitting involved. So getting up and getting moving is a very important thing. Other than that, we're going to keep the creamers out for coffee. We're not going to be doing the whole creamer thing and throwing that back in there. And, the cookies and the cinnamon rolls or whatever, and the gas station type food, what that's like, right? Oh, hey, here's this sandwich, or here's this chips, or this thing's on sale. Nope. Stay away from that stuff. So that's the plan. That's what's coming next. And it's not going to be so much of a challenge as now it's a day by day. And that's the way I'm going to be looking at it. And if you've, talking to Danny, who's going to be an drug and alcohol counselor, I mean, this is the kind of thing. I mean, we are addicted to these foods. We're addicted to the sugar, right? We're addicted to these hyper palatable, super sweet food products, processed food products. And it is an addiction. So, you can't look at it as, oh my gosh, for the next 40 years, this is what I'm doing. Instead, it's going to be a day by day thing. Break it down into just this day, just this hour, just this minute, we're going to be doing this, and not look at it as I'm punishing myself for 40 years or 30 years or even 2 weeks or 30 days. We're going to be looking at smaller increments of time and winning in those smaller increments of time. And when you stretch it all together, put it all together, you have a day. Then you have 2 days, 3 days, a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, right? So you start stringing this together, and voila, you're making big time progress towards your goal. So a little mindset there, it does take a mindset shift. It does take, rewiring your brain a little bit and rewiring your cravings and breaking some of those habits, breaking some of those things we always do, things we always eat. And I got to tell you, some of this food has been fantastic. I don't think I've had a crappy meal in the whole 30 days. And if I did, it was because it was my own fault and I didn't eat enough. So, I can only blame myself. And it takes a little time to dial it in. Yes, there's been some times where I was hungry. I didn't eat enough. I did not go through the big withdrawals that other people did, because I can honestly say I did that. I did a little bit with the diet pop by cutting that out early on in the process. It did catch up to me. I did have some headaches. I didn't get sick. If you've talked to people who've done keto, they talk about going through almost that withdrawal syndrome. They get almost like a flu, and they feel horrible as their body is resetting to this new lifestyle. I mean, you are cutting out some very highly processed, very artificially sweetened stuff, and it does weird stuff to your body. So I didn't quite have some of that. I did have some headaches. I remember that. I wasn't sick to my stomach. I had kind of gone through a little bit of that through the liquid diet that I did between September and December. So I did have some of that. But overall, it's been really good. Now, other people, you're going to react differently. Depending where you are and how much and what you've been doing, you're going to react differently. And there's a Whole30 timeline that they've put together that's a typical reactions to starting this kind of a program, starting this kind of a quote-unquote diet, I guess, or challenge, shall we say. So there are some resources out there. All right, you're going to stay in spot here. It's a very bumpy road, so sorry about that if you're getting sick out there. Sorry about that. My hands-free device does not like starting and stopping and going around curves. So that's kind of what's going on. On that note, I should probably wrap up here. So that's what's coming next. Now, next on Small Scale Life, we're not done with challenges. Oh no, we are not. We are kicking off a new challenge. Yes, a new challenge, everybody. So I'm working on the post and the podcast and then eventually the video. This week, we're going to be wrapping up Whole30, the challenge portion. But then we're going to be talking about healthy lifestyle stuff. I had a great conversation with Jay about what he's doing. I want to get that all done. But the other thing that I announced yesterday on Instagram that came over to Facebook was our whoa, that was some big bumps there. So sorry if you're getting ill. We are going to do a no spend March. Yes. So for 30 days, we're going to really cut back extra spending. The frivolous stuff, the spontaneous stuff, the unplanned stuff, the stuff that you want and not that you need. So we are going to be working hard on eliminating some of this footloose and fancy-free spending for the month. We've had some big bills that came up. We had some home maintenance and car repairs. And those really... They'll empty out your bank account. So we want to get back on track and cut some of the spending that's been going on. And we are going to roll out a no spend March, which we're dubbing Mo Money March. So we are going to get some Mo money in our account because it took a $3,000 hit, almost a $3,000 hit. So we need to rebuild our accounts, rebuild our funds, and really get going on some savings goals that we've got. There's some really cool stuff that's going to be happening this summer, and I'm really looking forward to it. But we've got to get our stuff together and get moving in the right direction. So that's kind of what's going on. And I will have some thoughts and notes and some ideas on that. Oh, look at that. There's a ethanol train over there gearing up and ready to go. Maybe they just came in. So, yeah, there's a train over here. So this came in while I was down line. So we're moving stuff around, stuffing things. That's an ethanol train over there. All those corn products made into ethanol heading out to fuel cars like this one. So, yeah, it's what we call a unit train. So it's about 100 cars of ethanol right there. Looks kind of like an empty that came in. So they'll be packing that into the yard and then moving out the loads, putting all that together and heading back to the Twin Cities. That's how that works. Anyway, yeah, a little bit of railroading stuff there for you. Coming up to the end of the train right here. So, so that's the next challenge that's coming up. So maybe fitness isn't your thing. Maybe this whole 30 challenge thing wasn't your thing, but you know, your bills went up huge during the holidays, or maybe you're just gearing up because guess what? Dun dun dun, taxes are due next month and you need to put some money away for your tax bill. Well, this would be a great way to do it. So that means the lattes, the Starbucks, the electronics, the hobbies. Yes, seed growing seeds is a hobby. Unfortunately, falls into this category, and I've been cutting some of these expenses. So that's what the next stage is. So there's a lot going on. Really exciting. Over at Small Scale Gardening, I've got seeds going. Some of them are slow, really slow, and it's got me concerned. And my power pack went out on my grow lights, so that's a problem too. It's just part of the game. So yeah, lots going on. We always do. And so stay tuned to Small Scale Life. We're going to do some really cool stuff this year. And I've got some really good interviews coming up, as I talked about in the Day 26 update from Saturday. That was posted on Saturday or Sunday. So check out the Small Scale Life YouTube channel. Make sure you give it a thumbs up. Watch that. If you like it, share it around. There's a Whole30 video there if you want to listen to that. It's 45 minutes long, but you can share that with other folks and try it. Give it a shot. So All right, everybody, this is Tom from Small Scale Life. I hope that you have a great day, a great week. Again, we had a big storm down in Nashville, Tennessee. I hope if we have listeners down there, you're okay. Some massive devastation. I know Nicole Sauce down at the Homestead Holler down there. She's okay. She posted on Facebook today that she's all right. But some 22 people, I think, lost their lives down there. So, let us know you're okay. If someone needs help, let us know. This community can support people. That's my goal. That's my idea here, is that we are a community. We're people connected through these things, and we should help each other. So, okay, that's what I got for you. All right, everybody. So this is Tom from Small Scale Life. If you're from Tennessee and you need some help, let us know. Otherwise, check out the Whole30. And then gear up for No Spend March. It's on day 3 already. Actually, we'll probably go into April a little bit just because we're rolling us out beyond March 1st. But anyway, all right, everybody, this is Tom from Small Scale Life. Remember to learn, do, grow, be a little bit every day, and we will catch you real soon. Hope you enjoyed the Lifer Live on a Tuesday. Driving along with me as I hop through rural Minnesota. You can see all the farmland out here. It's very flat. So we're coming into Gaylord, Minnesota. Nice little farm community. We went through Fairfax, went through Fairfax and Gibbon. Now we're in Gaylord. And nice little town out here. Nice folks out here too. All right, everybody, this is Tom. We'll catch you real soon. Take care.
Please hit subscribe and hit the little like button.